Well, good morning. Millings are on the way this morning. I'm gonna start putting them in the driveway. The sprinkler timer we put in yesterday is working great. We're on a well, so we have to kind of be careful how long we run the sprinkler. So we bought 2 sprinklers and a timer that controls 2 sprinklers. We set that up yesterday to kick off, run for 15 minutes each. 3 times in the morning. And in the meantime, the grass seed I planted yesterday, I'm putting some wheat straw on it, this little area, and then in the backyard. So that's only 1 bale spread out, pretty thick. As you see, I have more to put out. So I'm gonna do this while I'm waiting on the trucks. They're gonna run 2 trucks today. The sprinkler just shut off, so the timer just ended. They're gonna run 2 trucks. Should be done somewhere around lunchtime, hopefully. Everything goes to plan. So we're gonna put a new top coat on the driveway all the way down now that the construction, all the heavy trucks are pretty much done. And then we're gonna fill Millings up where the driveway turnaround is. So while I'm waiting on them, I'm gonna put out this wheat straw. I got a little more fertilizer to put on the ground, some starter fertilizer on the grass seed to put down. Gonna water it all in real good later today, and hopefully in a couple weeks we'll have some grass seed to match the sod. So I'll keep you posted once the trucks start arriving. So first load of millings showed up. He's gonna get turned around so he can drop it. I'll spread it with a bobcat. And he's got another truck coming at some point, and he's gonna go get another one. So I'm gonna get all this built up for the turnaround, and I'll get it spread out, packed in. We'll go from there. Hopefully these millings are as good as the last ones he brought us last summer from a different place. Asphalt millings are something that you can get in certain places at certain times, you know, when they're tearing down the road, but they grind them up, crush them up. Usually they're double crushed, so they're pretty good condition. He's having to dump it this way instead of the other way because the pitch of the driveway is just a little steep to have that much weight that high up in the air, but it should just dump right out, just like it's doing. And I'll take the bobcat and spread it. Perfect. Didn't get any on the concrete. So I'll get busy with the bobcat, get all this spread when he's gone, and go from there. I got the wheat straw down there spread out, and then I'm working in the backyard now, trying to get it with some wheat straw back here. Put some starter fertilizer down just a minute ago, and gonna get some straw down here. So lots of stuff going on. All right, so I put 9 bales down total. I bought 10, so I got 1 extra, but put it down relatively thick. So I'm not gonna open this bale, I'm gonna save it. We're gonna need more. And when you look at it, you see all this right here hadn't been strawed. It also hadn't had any grass seed or fertilizer put on it. So I'm not quite done with the grading back there. I'm gonna shape the dirt around that wall a little bit better before I plant the seed. But I put it all the way out. I'm gonna turn the sprinkler on a little bit, get the straw real good and wet, and then go up and spread the millings. It's sitting up there waiting on me, so I'm gonna do that, and I'll get back with you. All right, so I got sprinkler out. I'm gonna let this thing do its job for a little bit. I'm gonna go work on the millings. I got it set really low where it's not spraying all out in the area I'm not trying to get wet, obviously. So we'll have to move it around a little bit. Got to alternate it with the ones in the front yard as well. So it's like up by the house isn't getting wet at all, but this is getting the majority of this in the back to get move it over here in a little while. But yeah, I'll let it do its thing for about 15 minutes or so, and then I'll move it. I got the first load of millings spread out and packed down. Drove over them with the Bobcat, got them all packed. That's why they looked a little rippled. I think I hear the second load coming. It's been a pretty long time, but got all these in, swept the top of the pad off. Looks pretty good. Stuff packs really well, especially when it gets hot. When it lays out in the sun and the sun bakes it for a while, it'll kind of stick together a little better. That's what we did on our driveway when we first started this last summer, and it's held up through all this mess. Still got a little bit farther to go up here. Then I'm gonna pull the truck around and see how sharp of an angle or how rounded off I need to make this. But this is pretty close. Next load, I'm gonna get them to drop right in there somewhere, get it all spread out, and then up here should be done. Then we'll start doing the driveway, smoothing it out. They can spread most of it with a dump truck. I'll knock down the high piles with Bobcat, but for the most part, the truck driver will be able just to drag it down the driveway. So I hear him pulling in, let him get dumped, and I'll check back in. Second load is dropped. I'm gonna spread this out a little bit right in here. We can make this turn to go up into the garage. And then I told him on the next one, we're gonna start carrying it down the driveway. He said he'd probably get 2 more today before the quarry closes. He's having to make a long haul today. They didn't have them local. Having to run about an hour each way. So we're hoping to get it all done today, but I don't think it's gonna happen. He said he can come back tomorrow, and I'll be back at work, but he'll be able to spread the remaining couple dump truck loads with the truck down the driveway, so I shouldn't have to be here for that. When I get this spread out, I'll show you what it looks like. All right, second load has been spread. I'm gonna pack it in just a second. This is what we got so far. I'm gonna curve this edge, keep it curved where all this will stay natural. Maybe do some grass or something over here eventually. But when the next truck comes, I'm gonna get him to start carrying it down the driveway, which it already has millings on it, as I stated before. We did it last summer for the construction entrance. Right now it just looks like dirt because there's been so much dirt piled on top of it. But just below this surface, starting about right here probably, is all millings underneath this dirt. So he'll drop a load right here and drag it down the driveway. So maybe the 2 loads he does today might be enough. I don't know. We'll see where we're at the end of the day. If not, he said he can bring a couple more tomorrow. But for only 2 loads, this has really gone a long way. Let me back up and I'll show you. So this is wider right here. So when company pulls in, they can pull in up onto the concrete pad there, or part down here. But then when we come home, we'll be able to swing out a little wider so we can get into the garage. So all this is kind of curved out. And then swing it on up into the garage. The second truck finally showed up. He's gonna start spreading this one. The original guy, he's on the way back too, so they're both gonna try to go back and get another load apiece tonight. The quarry closes at 4:30. I think it's an hour away, so they might can get there and get back with 2 more loads tonight, and that should finish this up hopefully. So this is how they spread. He's got a chain on this gate, and he gets it up in the air. He'll start driving and he'll pop that gate, and the slower he drives, the thicker it makes it. So we'll watch him do this one. He starts driving, and there he pops the gate, and there it comes. I'm gonna hop on the Bobcat, get this smoothed out before the second truck shows up, and we'll go from there. All right, well, wound up with 4 loads today. It didn't go as quite as planned. There were supposed to be 2 trucks here hauling all day. Wound up with 1 truck most of the day, and then we had a second one show up for 1 load, and then the quarry closed. But got all the way down just past the creek, and beyond the creek we really didn't have any problems. So most of this that I wanted to do was to do up around the house. So got all that done, got a turnaround finished, and I'll just go a quick little walk down here and show you. Just did a little freshening up down here. All this will get a lot smoother. You see where the trucks drove on it, and as stuff starts driving on it more, it'll smooth out and pack in a little better than it already is. But you can see around the corner here, they didn't get up going towards the road, which is okay. It's still really hard and really good. I was just gonna freshen it up just because we were hauling, but didn't work out. But it should be fine. Now that all the bigger trucks are done, this should stay good for a while. I'm gonna put a little kick out here. That's my shop road. Eventually, when I get my shop built, I'll park my service truck down that direction. Time being, I have a little bit of a area here I can park it. Try not to bring my service truck up to the house every day, just because of the weight. It's so heavy, it would beat down this driveway pretty bad. So anyway, that's it. Gonna water the new grass seed a little bit more, and then go home, call it a day. So appreciate you watching. Talk to you later.